Hello again, this is Lynn Madachon from Madachon's Herbals, and we are going to talk about candle magic tonight. So, I've got a wide variety of candles here, and we're going to talk about them, and we're going to talk about ways to strengthen your candle magic. So, first of all, I've got a large candle here that is a pillar candle. If you decide you want to do like a 7-day spell, you can buy knob candles. I didn't have one of those, but they look like just knobs, and they've got 7 to 9, depending upon whether you're doing a 7-day spell or a novena, and you would burn one knob at a time. You can do the same thing with this by taking pins and measuring your candle, and whether you're going 7 or 9, you figure out, is that an inch or is that an inch and a half, and you put your pins in, and then you would burn down to the pin, and then you would put the candle out, and then the next day burn down to the pin. Now you can do the same thing with this square candle. Candles don't have to be round. I've also got a candle here that is a braided candle. And then I've got like a 5-inch pillar, and I've got a tea light, which I use a lot of, and then I've got 2 jar candles. This one, which is just a plain white jar candle, and this one, which smells like maple caramel pecan, and it is amazing. Now, typically, I don't use for magic candles that are scented, because I like to put my own fragrances on them so that it strengthens the magic. Here's a little pillar candle that's only about 4 inches tall. All of these will work. Now, candles are sympathetic magic, okay? And what that means is that you put your personal energy and intent into this candle, and then when you burn it, it releases your energy and your intent so that you can... that's the way the spell works. It is, obviously, we've got an orange, a yellow, a red, 2 reds, a blue, and a white, and a cream-colored candle here. Now, colors make a difference in what it is that you're using to the magic. It will strengthen the magic. When you burn your candle, will strengthen the magic. If you are looking at magic for growth, you want to do it on the new moon, the full moon, or a waxing moon, which is the growing moon, okay? Now, with the full moon being last night at 10:30, now you could still use it for the full moon magic, but otherwise you would be using it for banishing or making smaller your magic. So if you want somebody to go away, you would burn during the waning moon. If you want to grow your finances, you would do it during the waxing moon. It is some things to think about. If you are doing magic for somebody else, you have to make sure that you have their permission. Because if you don't have their permission, you could be messing up their whole life. They may like where they are. You may not like where they are, but they like where they are. So that is something that you have to always, whenever you do magic, you have to ask their permission. Because everybody has free will, and that's what, we can't take that away. If you're asking somebody else to do magic for you with candles, make sure you trust them, and that they will do exactly what you are asking for rather than what they think is best for you. So that is something that you want to do. Why would you use candles? Okay, so you can use candles to create an inner sanctuary, something that creates safe space, something that is protective. That can be something. You can do candles for health. You can do candles for prosperity. You can do candles for love. You can do candles for pretty much anything that you want to do. If you want a separation between some people, if you're one of them, you can do that, and you can burn the candles. You want to make sure you have someplace safe for the candles to burn. It is, you want to have, so a candle like this in a jar is a real good way because it's steady, it's not going to move anywhere. Any of these other candles could tip over, and so you want to put it where you will know it is safe. If you are worried about an overnight candle, or if you're leaving to go someplace and do something, you can put your candle in your bathtub or in your sink, because it will, if it turns upside down there, if it tips over, it'll go into the sink and it'll burn itself out, and it won't catch any place on fire. So you have to be very careful where it is that you burn your candles. Gratitude is another reason to burn candles. Blessing is a reason. You can burn your candles when you're meditating, and if you've made it the intention be that you be open and accepting of what information comes to you, those are all good reasons to burn candles. Now, what you're going to want to do is create your intent, write it down on a piece of paper, and put it either in front of or underneath the candle. So if I'm using a jar candle, I'll put it underneath the jar. So that's one way of putting your intent into the candle. Another way of putting your intent in the candle is actually carving on your candle. And the sigils or the designs that you put on here would be something that for you is meaningful. It doesn't matter if I look at your candle and say, I don't even know what that means, because you put your intent and it goes up to the universe and they'll take care of it. I don't have anything to do with that. So anybody that looks at your candle and says, gee, what's going on? That's one of the things that you can do. Now, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to make a real quick prosperity candle. So I'm going to use the jar. Now, what you can do with this is you can get magazines or pull pictures off the computer, and you can make a mosaic on your candle, or you can, this tape is really strong. You can put, I'm going to put my business card on there because what I'm planning on making is a prosperity candle. So I am taping my card. The card doesn't bend as well as it could because it's pretty strong. So we're going to put a lot of tape on it. So when I look at this candle and I think about prosperity for the store, what is prosperity? Well, prosperity is dollars coming in. It is customers coming in. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and I am going to put a circle of stick people. So I'm going to make a circle first because I'm not an amazing artist. And those are hands. Those are the arms and the hands. So then I'm going to put a face or a head and legs. And I'm going to put this all the way around. Oops. We got somebody with a really long neck and a really tiny head. So clearly these people are not proportionate, But, you know, other side to that is people come in all different sizes. So, there is, can you see it? There's a ring of people around, and I am going to put some dollar signs. And think about it. What else is prosperity? It is, I like for my shop to be a safe place for people. And so I always like good energy coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a picture of a broom. Because a broom signifies clearing the energy and having only a good, safe place. If you have nightmares or somebody has nightmares in your house, you put a broom underneath their bed, and that is something that that will help break the nightmare cycle. So there is my prosperity candle. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got some oils here. So this one is Radiant Health. This one is Sandalwood. You can use just plain essential oils. This one is the Fiery Wall of Protection. This is another protection. And this is a plain anointing oil. And this one is prosperity. So I am going to open this one. And because prosperity is growing magic, I'm using a jar candle. I'm going to put the oil on my finger, and I am going to anoint this candle going clockwise around the center of the candle. So it is so I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little green circle in there. Now, if I were wanting a banishing or something to grow smaller, then I would go counterclockwise because that makes it smaller. Now, I am going to do some energy raising, but I'm going to let it sit here for a while, and then I'll do some energy raising, and I can do that by singing, I can do that by chanting, I can do that by drumming, I can do that by rattling, which makes me wonder, where's my rattle? Well, it's over there in the corner. All right, so along with one of my drums. So I could do that and raise the energy that way and put my energy then into this candle, as well as putting the sigils and the pictures on it. And then on the new moon, 2 weeks from now, I will go ahead and light this candle, and hopefully it'll bring more people into the shop. It is, I will write up a couplet and put it down. I don't have it written yet. It is, it makes sense to me that if I'm going to do magic, then I'm going to do it with the greatest amount of help, energetic help, that I can get. So I will do it on the new moon, and it will burn for probably about 3 or 4 days while the moon is growing. That one doesn't belong in there. And it is, and I've put my energy into it. I put the oil on it. And so what I may do, parsley is a good prosperity herb. Acorns are a good prosperity herb. So I will probably put some of those around the outside. And so we've got the sigils, my energy, the anointing oil, the candle, and my energy in the candle, the herbs around it. I mean, that's set up for success. I'm going to talk about colors, okay? And that is, if you are familiar with the colors of your chakras, which are the color of the rainbow, that's the kind of colors that you want to do for each that you'd want to use. Now, the white candle is the presence of all colors. So if you see a rainbow, it is because white light, which is what we have all around, went through a prism, like a raindrop, and it broke it into the rainbow. And so the white light and the white candle is the presence of all colors. So if you're not sure what color to use, or if you find that that's all you have are white candles, because I've got a lot of white candles, then you can use the white candle. Now, typically, I would have used a green candle for this. And I have a green candle. I've got lots of green candles. But one of the things that I was worried about, so here's the green candle that you could use, is I don't know that you could have seen what I was writing on here, the dollar signs, the broom, the people, as well with the green candle as you could with the white. So that was why I chose to use the white candle this time. It is, so red is used for passion and is used for excitement and courage and strength. Orange is used for creativity. Yellow is used for clarity and power. Green and pink are for love. Green is for love of others. Pink is for love of self. It is blue is honesty and healing. Purple is for clear seeing and for divination and spirit. And white, again, is for spirit. Brown would be used for earth magic. Gray would be used for goddess magic, as would silver. Gold is for sun magic and for the god. And black is used for banishing. Now, banishing does not necessarily mean something bad. It means I want to banish my debt, or I want somebody to go away. Now, you can have somebody go away with love. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything bad. I mean, I know that for a lot of time, black candles are, oh, you're doing black magic and bad magic. Well, it's not. It is that you want some things to go away, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I think one of the little couplets that I like to use when I'm doing my my magic, I don't have it memorized, but it's using let me read it to you, okay? So it says, upon this candle, words of fire, spell out the words of my desire. Take these words and give them wings as they descend from thoughts to things. Bless these things and make them real, O Lady of the Silver Wheel. It is, and that's what I will, after I create my intent and my couplet, I will usually finish it with that. Just because it, for me, closes everything. Now, when you're doing candle magic is what I call casual magic. You don't have to cast a circle. You can simply be in a place that is safe, and the burning of the candle will make it sacred space. You don't need to, you don't need to do a circle. Now, you can if you want to, but you don't. It's not necessary, and you don't have to. So, pretty easy to do. And there really is no wrong way to do magic. As long as your intent is good and clear, you can simply do what you want. If you have any questions, let me know. Whether you let me know through this page or whether you let me know through the shop or something of that nature, I'm always happy to answer. And that's tonight's real kind of quick and or down and dirty candle magic. It's not scary, and it's something that we all can do. So, thank you very much for joining me, and take care. I will see you next week.